Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk, I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Break. Mike by four. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Under 10. Hey, lock it. Defense.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, stick. And complete to Zach Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
60 or. Hey, box drop. Get up.
At the 49-yard line.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Hit it.
From just shy of midfield. Stick. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Caught by the tight end Ertz. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, Charlie.
third down. It's Stick. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Andrews. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
18 Gator. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Last 50 seconds. Hey, echo. Get him, get him, get him. 57, Mike, 57. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, get it.
On 2nd down and 4, Stick. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
He can't hang. He's not getting ready. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rip left. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you. Hey, Mike's 7. Right there. 50. Let's go.
From the 31, Stick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Devontae Parker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
49ers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, Darnold. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Mike 29. Hey, here we go.
Now on second and 13. Darnold. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Pilot, 64, weak. Delaney, bang, 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 bang.
On third down, here's Coleman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The point after is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a carry here for their fullback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you, but that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A first down throw, Darnold. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it, it's picked up. And they take over, they'll set up shop. At the 46-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Hey, stand off. Ready?
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey, exit. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
From the 22, Stick. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Try to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Check 52, come on.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Let's go. 18 games.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Team, we got to get to the ball. Get it.
1st and 10, Stick. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Alpha. 55.
After the sack on 1st down, Stick. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stick looks to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of of the shotgun. Here's Darnold. Catch is made by Hurd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as
Darnold, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Faking the give, Darnold. This one into the hands of Hurd. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A pickup of 23 yards. It's now 3rd down.
50, Mike, 50. I can't believe they even let you play. X3, 218, chopper. Young lady.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
We're going to sign. 50, Mike, 50. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out, the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Stiff, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 39-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. It's
a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Orbit.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Darnold from the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Stick back to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Off play action, it's Stick. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a first down. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. This is Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
52, 52's the mic. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Here's Darnold. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here we go, start. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Here we go. Oh, lady. Watch time. Tight end right.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught at the 10. That one good for 37 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
94. What's the curl? 54 Mike. 54
On 2nd and 7. Stick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Now Stick. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called